happening, y'all? And welcome back. This is episode 175 of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow, the number one Arrowverse podcast on Pornhub. I am your host, the self-knighted Sir Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And you may have noticed I said Sir Cussalott at the beginning. That's because I've been drinking already. It is Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer. See, I'll even correct myself.
Okay.
But I'm joined as always by my co-host Mara the Sheriff Watkins.
Hello.
How you doing tonight, Mara?
I'm pretty good. Not that I can see better.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay.
Yeah. Gotta love when my vision is on fleeky. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Hey, say what you gotta say. Sorry, we'll move on. It's not what we're here to talk about anyway. We're here to talk about, the Arrowverse on the CW. Supergirl, Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman, Stargirl, Superman and Lois, Naomi, all them. So let's talk about all of them. Well, 4 of them. Because that's how many shows came.
The four we have.
Yeah. Where'd you want to start?
Let's just get through Naomi.
Okay. Let's go ahead and do Naomi, because I'm trying, Mara. I'm trying. And they're not making it easy. But what was the name of this episode?
Name of this episode is Shadow Ridge.
That's the name of the camp?
Yes.
Okay. So this episode kicks off with Naomi on the date with that one dude, and I just said that one dude in my notes because at the time I couldn't remember his name.
D. D.
No, the one she was on the date with, Nathan.
Oh yeah, Nathan.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even write down about the stuff before the intro credits.
Yeah, it started off with her on a date with him, and he was, just she's all nice and lovely, and they went and saw the Matrix because people go see the Matrix these days. What is that?
What?
On your screen, that cord.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. The controller for my light, I didn't realize it fell into.
I'm like, what is that? Okay. It wasn't there, and then all of a sudden it was just there. I'm like, wait, what happened?
The glitch in the Matrix.
But yeah, then it was training time with D. She was meditating.
Yep.
Apparently she felt like she had been meditating forever, but it was really only like 10 minutes, which I understand.
Yeah. Being alone and quiet in my own thoughts for 10 minutes too does feel like an eternity.
Yeah.
My thoughts are scary.
Yeah, see, I do that. It just gets weird. It's just, nobody should be there. But yeah, she's been having dreams about that bounty hunter, but he actually gets her in her dreams. And, who wants to dream about themselves dying? That's not fun. Yeah. But yeah, then later on, I guess there's a school camping trip because their school does camping trips, and they have a caravan of Jeeps. I've never seen a school go anywhere with a caravan of Jeeps before. I don't know where they do that at, but
nonetheless, like Jeep Wranglers, like what?
Yeah, open tops and shit. Just the whole no, we got one coach bus. No, 2 coach buses. There's a lot of y'all. And depending on how far you're going, because if it's not that far, it'll be school buses.
Right. Because it's cheaper.
Yeah. If it's a lower amount of people, it'd be like a van.
Yeah, so it's exactly. I've never seen that for high school students before.
Yeah, like just a caravan of Jeeps. Just
Bright red Jeeps.
yeah.
Not even like subtle, like black.
Mm-hmm. Little tonal gray, no. Big bright red Jeeps.
Fire engine red.
Yeah. So they're at the camp, and the counselors tell this story of a dude named Moonshine Jimmy and scare him and all that kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, Naomi's parents are meeting with the general dude. He's talking to them about alien stuff. He wants the mother to translate some glyphs that he's got, and
she too is a good actress into pretending like aliens. Yeah. What?
He is not. The father, the husband, he is.
The husband sucks at it. Yeah. She's amazing at it. She's like aliens.
Yeah, he has no poker face whatsoever. Every time something, he like, I'm like, dude, fix your face.
Don't be so surprised. Don't be ignorantly surprised.
Yeah. So he wants her to look into that stuff. It's clearly the stone that they found Naomi on, and she's like, oh shit.
Yeah, like we can't have them testing that.
Yeah. So then we got what I thought was just a normal horny teenager meetup at the camp out in the woods, but turns out it was like Nate wanted to talk to Naomi because he's worried that she's just gonna dump him again and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just you're in high school, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. But
he's like, you gonna hurt me again? Yeah, most likely.
Yeah, high school. That's what happens, sir. Sorry for you.
You get hurt.
Yeah, repeatedly. But then Anthony shows up and he's like, he saw Moonshine Jimmy and he's all discombobulated, his nose is bleeding and shit, and he's like, ooh, something's wrong with Nathan. Anthony. But yeah,
Nathan only thinks something's going wrong.
Yeah, it's not unfounded, but
I get it.
Yeah. So apparently he saw some blue stuff, and then that's when he started going on,
forgetting everything.
So the rest of the crew gets suspicious. All the kids start asking the counselors questions about stuff, and they're getting different pieces of information from different counselors.
Because it's all hearsay. It's all tall tales not tall tales, but all like tales told down over time. A horror story that just never stays the same.
So then D goes to see car dealer dude.
Zumbadu.
Yeah, that nigga. And apparently they had some kind of deal. We don't know what their deal was, but they had a deal. And I guess D broke the deal.
By helping Naomi, Jesus.
Yeah, the one who the show was named after.
It'd be like that.
Why are you looking up at the ceiling like it came from there?
Because the light's up there. And I'm just like, Cord, you really are pressed to be shown.
But yeah. So yeah, the teenagers out there being nosy. They find another cabin. They're like, oh, cookies. Then there's also the blue stuff.
Yo, was I the only one who thought that the cookies were possibly edibles?
Yeah, it's probably just you.
Oh.
Because that didn't occur to me at all.
I thought it was like more like I was taking it more like that cabin was like one that was supposed to be not used, and it seemed like it was being secretively used. And so I was just like,
to bake cookies for the campers. Like
well, I thought I was taking under the impression like not affiliated with the camp anymore, like they just defuncted that bunk for like all use.
And you immediately assumed that that's where they went to go get high.
No, I assumed like someone was just running a small business out of that bunk.
and you immediately went to weed.
When I see baked goods just randomly out of sorts, yeah.
Yeah. When you randomly see baked goods, you automatically think weed. Gotcha.
No, randomly see baked goods out of sorts. I would not have expected to open the cabin to find baked goods in there. That's all I'll say.
And so because of that, you immediately assume they had weed in them.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be unfounded. You're in the fucking middle of the nature. You can just grow. You really can just outsource your whole business right there.
I didn't say it wasn't possible. I'm saying that it's not, the thing that everyone immediately goes to.
I didn't say everyone, but I didn't
you
say
You asked if you were the only.
You asked. But I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Did you hear somebody else say it?
I mean, I'm asking out of the two of us, was I the only one, Travis? I wasn't talking about the world. You are.
Okay. And then of the two of us, it was only you.
Okay.
So my statement still stands.
Yes, but I'm not talking about everyone. We all know it's plausible. We all know it's plausible. We all know it's also probably not. All I was asking was, out of the two of us, was I the only one? You've answered. We can move on because I'm tired of talking about this show.
I mean, you're the one that kept talking. I was done.
I just asked a question and your answer didn't suffice my question. So let's move on.
Talking about it.
Let's move on.
So yeah, they're in there. They get caught. And because they get caught in there, they get put on cleanup duty. Yeah, and then you got some tension between Anthony and Nathan because they both want to get in Naomi's jeans, and yeah, so there's that.
What can you do about it?
Yeah, then we got Naomi's parents. They're worried about the general dude being on to them, which we find out later on he definitely is.
Oh, he most certainly is.
Yeah.
It was like when they started talking about the idea of leaving, I was like, don't even do that. The fact that you guys are talking about it lets me know he's already on to y'all.
Yeah. Then we got Nathan and that one girl whose name I can never remember. The one that always calls Naomi babe. I don't remember.
Best friend, and I forgot her name, and I meant to look it up in old notes, and I didn't.
But they're talking about Naomi, and yeah.
He confides in her.
Yeah, he's worried. She's just like, look. Chill.
She chose you. Yeah, she was like, chill out. She chose you.
Yeah. Then we got Anthony and Naomi. They're talking about some shit that has to do with like something that he found in the schematics of the camp, which I don't know how he got his hands on the schematics of the camp. But he did. And he now, because of that, he figured out there was some underneath one of the cabins and shit. And he's like, oh, okay. Yeah. We're going to just take that leap that you somehow just got the schematics, because I don't know how you got them. Like he just had them. I don't know if I missed something where they explained how he got them or what, but to me, it seemed like he just suddenly had them.
Okay.
So yeah. Then we got D and Cardale dude. They're talking about the bounty hunter, and they're like, "Look, we got
making a plan to catch him.
Yeah, we got to do something about that. So the teenagers are able to charge. Oh, they found a video camera up in the other cabin.
Yeah.
And they're charged. Yeah, so they look at what's on it, and it's like some footage of her finding something and somebody attacked her or something. I don't know.
It was very, like they said, Blair Witch-esque.
Yeah. And Naomi gets scared and she makes the lights in the room pop, and yeah.
Girl, get a hang on it.
Yeah. And then D goes to the bounty hunter and he's like, look, dude, like just go away and give me your list. Like, and I'll let you live and everything will be cool.
Just don't come back.
Yeah. And here comes Car Dealer Dude, because the bounty hunter's just like, nah. And so it goes badly for the bounty hunter, and they just take the list because fuck that.
Right. They were like, was that so hard? It was this easy. And now he's going to the Phantom Zone.
Yeah. Because let me see. Yeah. Yeah, D said Adam Blake took him, which interested for them to, be name dropping right now because that's Captain Comet. I don't know much about Captain Comet. I remember Captain Comet existing, but I don't know anything about him.
I feel like I've just heard the name.
Yeah. But yeah. So Naomi just goes off into the woods because why wouldn't she just go off into the woods to that cabin by herself? Because teenagers are dumb. But she goes, and Anthony is there too because teenagers are dumb. And
they do things they don't need to do.
Yeah, so while they're in that cabin, they come across, in there is what looks like a deep freezer, but Naomi realizes something else there. She breaks the door open.
And then there's all this writing.
Yeah.
That's like the disc.
Yeah.
And all these blue glowy gems.
Yeah, because we opened the door, there were stairs. They went downstairs into the creepy basement of the cabin because that was smart, right?
Right.
But yeah. Delusto was I don't know I guess that's what the blue stuff was called.
I thought that was the name of the company of the door, the whatever it was printed on.
No, I think that's what the blue stuff was called.
Gotcha. That probably makes more sense.
Yeah. Let's see, and then they see
Anthony
the blue stuff. He starts
Anthony's sick.
Yeah, he gets sick again. And turns out one of the counselors is an alien. And he's been just fucking up people at the camp and shit with the Moonshine Jimmy thing and blah, blah, blah.
Which is crazy. Like he's some different kind of alien. He's just doing this for shits and giggles.
Yeah, but Naomi takes him down. And I don't know what happened to him. What did they do with him?
I don't know. She just kind of knocked him out.
Yeah, then they left. So, like, what happened to him? Is he still there? Is he dead? Like, what happened? We don't know. Holes. Okay, got it.
We probably will never know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Then car dealer dude and D are talking, and he's just like, yo, there's another name on the list. And he said the name, and I don't remember what the name was, and I didn't write it down, but it seemed to bother D. So
yeah, I didn't catch the name either.
But yeah. Then we get another moment with Naomi and Nathan and blah, 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 blah. Cutesy
She's scared. Yeah. Feelings.
Yeah. Cutesy teenager shit. And you're like, I'm afraid, but I want to keep going and be afraid and blah, 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 blah. You watch too many rom-coms. But yeah.
Right. Watch the show. If you want to hear the sappy dialogue.
Yeah. And then that's the end. Besides, we see the fact that, parents are talking to the general dude, and the mom was like, yeah, it's ancient, but it's not alien. It's all good, no worries. And he was like, yeah, our findings on the stones and stuff kind of concur that, blah, blah, blah. And they leave, but then he's watching some other footage of them going into the lab at another time when they weren't supposed to and all that kind of stuff. So he's clearly on to them. He thinks he knows they're up to something, and this will not end well.
Nope. Because clearly we find out that they have abruptly left somewhere before.
Yeah. So we shall see.
Next week.
Yeah. Where are we going next?
Let's go to let's go to Legends.
Okay. So this episode of Legends. Ooh, okay. This episode of Legends of Tomorrow was called what?
Too Legit to Quit.
Hammer. Okay.
But in all honesty, it should just be called Plot Too Fucking Long.
Too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Okay.
Was that good? Was that good?
Kinda, yeah. Like I would have felt better if I got the whole song, but just that little snippet was enough for me. I'll listen to some MC Hammer after we're done here.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, so Gideon has been shot. No, stabbed. Stabbed in the back. And I guess they took down the motherfucker that stabbed her already. Like, it's just.
I think the Robo Astra had just died or what depowered next to her.
Is that who stabbed her?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't,
because it was like an irony kind of thing. Like she was just having that warm mother-daughter moment with Astra to then be stabbed in the back by Robo Astra.
Okay. I knew that like it was some folks that they pushed off into hell, but I didn't remember who it was. So, but yeah, so they bring her to the infirmary and they're like, they need Computer Gideon to heal her, so they got to turn her back on. And then Computer Gideon's about to kill them all. Then like, oh no, you can't, because you do that, then you'll kill other Gideon, and your protocol won't let you kill Gideon. So yeah, you got to help us. We're gonna keep her near us, so you can't do that. So
and she obliges.
Yeah.
And then
so they're like, okay, what do we do? So they're like, we got to make a deal right now because we can't just stay in this stalemate forever.
Yeah, because they were just like, evil Gideon wouldn't let them into the server room anymore to mess around with the systems, and if they try to leave Gideon anywhere, she will try and kill them. So eventually, Gideon tries to talk to EG, as I put her in my notes, evil Gideon, to let them all leave. And it agrees as long as they go home to their times, stay there and retire and let it guard the timeline.
Yeah.
To which they then want proof that evil Gideon won't just turn around and kill them and then fuck up the timeline. And then we have...
Well, they're not worried about her fucking up the timeline because she won't do that, but she
could turn around and kill them.
Yeah, but she can kill them. Yeah, that's the real thing they're worried about.
So then we have like a small section that I like to call Gideon's mind blowers. From
I think we lost Mara. Oh, there you go. You're back. Okay.
For essentially a little montage of the team seeing a brief glimpse into their futures.
Yeah.
Zari 2.0 stops wearing her toga and becomes like this mega businesswoman in fashion and makeup. B gets a kid's show and record. Nate becomes a famous doctor, author.
Kid's show and an album. Because,
Yeah, and record. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. And like Nate got a book.
Sarah and Ava have kids. Astra runs for president. Davies can move to Wales and shit and be with Alan. Spooner can go back and be with...
No Alan. That was a big
thing. Oh yeah, no Alan. Can go to Wales and live out his days. And then Spooner can go back to be with her mom because it would in turn fix two anomalies.
But then they're like, oh, they're all upset though because they wouldn't be together. But anyway, they have a plan though. Like they're gonna send Spooner through the ducts to go into the armory and charge a little time wristband thingy so they can do some shit. But she gets caught because, of course, she gets caught.
Yeah.
And now there has to be a new compromise. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Astra threatens to blow up the ship, and then EG's like, "Fuck, okay."
Well, she threatened to blow the door off of the armory, and then if that happens, Gideon gets sucked out and she dies. So it's just like, she wasn't gonna blow up the ship. She was just gonna do something that would get Gideon killed, and so Computer Gideon couldn't do it.
We all die.
Yeah.
And so then Gideon says, "This is ridiculous." She calls them all to talk. Sarah, Ava, and Evil Gideon can't see eye to eye on anything. And then, but they can agree on human Gideon becoming captain. The new captain.
Because they need a captain and the AI. So like, yeah, human Gideon is the ideal choice, which makes sense. Yeah. Then Astra makes keys for everybody so they can all meet in the mansion whenever they want. You know, they just across the timelines, they can just do it. And it's just like, that's a good idea. So now they don't have to break up. It's all good.
Yeah. Because, I mean, some of them in their time periods, they can't have phones. So,
yeah. But they can meet. So there you go.
But then if I was Spooner, I would be going to the door all the time because I would be so bored.
Yeah, you've lived with everything. Now, like she grew up away from her mother. So out of 1925, like in modern times and shit. So it's just like, well, more modern, not completely modern, but more modern. So like, yeah, no, thank you. I would live in that fucking mansion. Like, but
I'd be in there all the time.
Yeah. So Ava and Zari, Ava's got a plan, and Zari's kind of got a plan with her. Like, yo, we're gonna save Alan because Gwen needs to have Alan. So we're gonna go save him at the last minute so that Gwen thinks he's still dead, but we can bring him over here and he can be with him and blah, blah, blah. Gideon realizes they're up to something, so she's like, we gotta stop them. Gwen finds out what Ava and Zari are trying to do. He tells them not to do it, but Gideon already did it, or so we thought.
Yo, I was just like, what?
Once they had that one-on-one, he didn't know the right lines and shit. I'm like,
I was like, damn, something's wrong.
Yeah. I thought maybe it was just like he had thought they had this relationship they didn't really have, you know?
I thought that too. And then I was like, that kiss was too passionate.
Yeah, there's more there. And then Gideon, later on admits to it, but we'll get to that. So yeah, they get one last group pick. Gary and Gideon have a dinner, and that's when she admits that that's not actually Alan. It was a robo replacement because
that she made from his spliced DNA.
Yeah.
And then he was like, because it was in response to Gary telling her, just don't lie to me.
Yeah.
But
it turns out she did it because his death apparently is a fixed point, so they can't do anything about it. He has to die. And it's like, that sucks. Why is his death a fixed point? That don't make no damn sense.
Right? Because who is he though?
Yeah, exactly. Why does his one death matter? That's stupid. Like, come on. This is why I'm like, you all should have ended this show last season. Probably sooner than that, but still.
Yo, I low-key started feeling like this was a finale.
It kind of felt like that.
I was like, is this the end?
No, there's definitely another episode next week. So, yeah. But yeah, so Computer Gideon, she's trying to convince Gary to leave because
to skedaddle.
Yeah, but he won't do it. So she kicks him out the airlock because
she's like, reasons.
Yeah. And she tells Gideon that he just left because
I was like, you don't even hear, like, you don't get like any kind of like alert of like jump ship going.
What? Exactly. The jump ship is still there. Like, she didn't even think to check that the jump ship was there or anything, because how did he leave?
Like, I understand he's an alien, but what?
Yeah. But yeah.
And then Davies realizes that Alan is a robot and he makes a promise now to find him.
Yeah. Yanks the little thingy out the back of his neck and like, yeah, you ain't fooled me, nigga. Yeah, that was Legends.
Yep.
Good. We got the bad ones out the way. Let's move on to the good stuff. Where you want to go next?
That's honestly true, because I definitely watched those ones first. Let's go. And those are always the shows I have the most notes on. I'm dead. Let's go
because they're the
with
hardest to remember because you want to forget.
huh?
Because they're the hardest to remember because you want to forget.
Let's go with Superman and Lois.
All right. So this week's episode was called what?
Girl, you'll be a woman soon.
Okay.
I had to say it with the punctuation. That's why.
There's ellipses after it. Uh-oh.
Ellipses
Yep. Wait. Where you at? I think you
between
froze.
woman and soon.
Uh-oh. Think we got connection issues again. Oh, there we go. I think you're back now.
My internet's locking up like my back is.
Okay.
No, I was saying there's an ellipsis between girl and Yule, and there's a comma between woman and soon. So, girl, you'll be a woman soon.
Now, because there's a quinceañera. Okay, got you. Now, I also want to point out, not this episode, but next week's episode was directed by Amy Jo Johnson. I know that name really doesn't mean anything to you, but those of us who, in the 90s grew up watching Power Rangers know the name Amy Jo Johnson. Amy Jo Johnson was the original Pink Ranger. So yeah, she directed next week's episode of Superman and Lois. But yeah, thought that was cool. A fun little tidbit there. And I feel like I would forget next week. So I wanted to just point that out now.
I mean, know yourself.
Yeah. Damn it, no scare. That was a Matrix line. That was know thyself in Latin.
Oh, okay. I figured that was Latin. I didn't peep it was from the Matrix.
Yeah. When Neo goes to see the Oracle, it's written on a little plaque above, the little archway.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I remember when you're talking about.
See, no scare.
Gotta give me some context. I'll figure it out.
You got there. That's what matters.
Because I've seen all of the movies, all 4 of them.
Yes, I saw the most recent one also. I don't remember mostly. I have to rewatch it because I was watching it in an environment where I couldn't really focus. That along with Don't Look Up, same circumstances. So it's just.
That was a good one.
I know. And what I saw, I'm like, oh, this is great.
Yeah. It's just scarily accurate.
Exactly. But anyway, so we kick this episode off with Allie as a child. Apparently she's about to inherit some shit, but in order to do it, she got to take on this pendant, and we don't know what the pendant does, but
we know it's an important pendant that's killed her father.
Yeah. But she's
or is also the cause of his death.
Yeah. But she was like, yeah, I'll take that shit. And yeah. So things happened. We don't know what those things are, but things happened.
Yeah.
But she's like, must finish your father's work and blah, 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 blah. Then we got Clark and Lois talking about numerous stuff and things,
She's second guessing her facts about Allie in regards to her sister's story.
Yeah, she's having second thoughts about everything. Yeah, when it comes to Lucy and what she did with her article and all that, because she thought Lucy was losing her shit.
I mean, she was kind of.
Yeah. It's like I say all the time, 2 things can be true. Like she could be losing her shit, but also be spitting facts,
Hey.
But yeah, turns out they're actually the ones that are hosting Sarah's quinceañera in their barn.
Lovely.
Yeah. Then Superman goes to see Tag in the hospital, and he's all fucked up.
And he tells him that he gave the pendant back to Colonel Anderson.
Right.
So
And this is
now
the
it means
point
that he
where in my notes I wrote, right, Bizarro had a pendant too. Forgot all about that shit. But yeah, so John's gonna help with Jordan's training with Old Man Lane. So that's
they
the
asked
thing
him to
now.
keep it on the hush hush.
AKA basically don't tell your parents. Like
they don't want us doing this, so just shut up.
Which we know they can't keep a secret because Jordan immediately told his brother. So it's just then we got our newspaper lady. She still got a stank attitude with Lois.
Chrissy.
It's still one of those things where I'm just like, dude, you realize you begged her to work there, right? You begged her for this shit.
Practically groveled.
Yeah. So you check that attitude somewhere else, or she, you know what? I'll just leave and let this thing fall apart.
She's like, I feel like instead of working with you, I'm working for you. And I was like, bitch, you'd be lucky to be.
Exactly. You should be so lucky. Like, I am Lois fucking Lane. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's one of those things like, yes, that, and then like this very next scene, both of them. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to flex on these niggas every now and then. Just when Superman goes to see a new army dude, and he's just like, he's being an asshole too. And I'm just like, yo, if Superman just like grab him by the back of his neck one time and shake his ass.
The crazy part is Anderson treating him about when he goes to him about the pendant, he's just like, I don't feel inclined to do that because every time you guys are together, there's this weird energy field around y'all, almost like y'all are charging up. And it's just like, if you think that they were working together, don't you think it'd be easier for Superman to find him and he wouldn't be asking y'all for help?
If he was working with him also, like if he really wanted it, he could just kill you and take it. Like there's nothing you can do about it. We saw this when, Morgan Edge and the crew came through and y'all couldn't do shit about it. Like it's just like, come on.
Yeah, everyone knows that Superman will back down because you told him not. That's not cool.
But if he decides he don't care no more, like that is it. Like y'all need to, I'm really just saying, like, y'all need to check the way y'all talk to this man. Like, what is wrong with you?
Like, oh my God.
That's why, like,
every time I see it, I'm just like, it makes me so uncomfortable.
Like, I'm watching the show, and every time I just like, yo, this is why I couldn't be Superman. Because I'm too petty for that shit.
Killing people.
I wouldn't have killed him. I'd have just, it's just like, it reminds me of something that somebody
so
said.
Hard.
Exactly. It's like something I heard before. Like, stay humble, but let motherfuckers know. Like, it's just like, stay cool. But every now and then, you just like, grab him by the ankle and hold him upside down. I'm like, what the fuck did you think you was gonna do? Like, it's just.
I would slightly press one of someone's vertebrae so that they feel and be like, you feel that numbness in your legs there?
Yeah.
I can make it stop.
Yeah.
I can make it stop if I wanted to. Or you could just collapse.
Like I can paralyze you right now with my fucking pinky. Do you realize that? Like, watch how you fucking talk to me. Like it's just
honestly.
All the time I'm watching this, I'm just like, But that's why I'm not Superman.
Facts.
Because apparently he can take that shit. I cannot. Like, I have to like check my bosses and managers and shit all the time the way they talk to me. So it's just, well, not as much now in my more recent job, but other jobs I've had, it was one of those where I was just like all the time, like, fuck you think you talking to? Like, don't do that. I'm a grown ass man. But anyway, now it's training time with Jordan and Old Man Lane, and John's there for support. But Old Man Lane is not impressed. He's just like, yo, you operating on a much different spectrum right now. So do better.
Right. You got this.
Mm-hmm. So then we got newspaper lady interviewing with Allie.
Chrissy.
Yeah, her, whatever. Disrespectful ass.
And Allie's telling.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and Allie was telling Chrissy about how her family was chosen. But then we just realized Allie drugged her.
Yeah. What the fuck she get? Like, no, seriously. Like, she wasn't on that bullshit. She could have been, had somebody know where she is, and so this kind of shit wouldn't happen. But anyway, I was like,
damn, she gonna kill her.
Then we got Lois snooping around because, like the lady from the mines, I don't remember her name.
Dr. Faulkner.
Yeah, Dr. Fucker. She was, in some other shit. She was like, yo, she was with Allie. What the fuck? So she goes snooping around, but Bizarro is there. He looks up at Lois and then just takes off. And yeah, he killed that lady. Like, he twisted her head around. Just
he gave her a new twisted outlook on life.
Basically, like the kind of shit that Superman could do to anybody at any minute when they talk crazy to him is what Bizarro did to her.
Clark's Superman's business card should just have this. Don't let this be you.
Yeah.
Talk to Superman nice.
Yeah.
Talk to me nice.
Basically, it's just like, no, like, see, this could be you. Try Jesus, not me. Like, it's just that simple.
But then so they realize that Allie well, actually, no, we haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah, so they put the pendant on the newspaper lady, and she's like, crazy shit's happening. She just wakes up like, apparently they say she ascended. I don't know. But she was like seeing, I guess she was like in Bizarro world. So on Bizarro Earth.
And then she said she saw Allie everywhere.
So like, was it like multiple alleys all over the place, or like, was it like everything was Allie?
I think everything was Allie, or everything had Allie's face on it. So then Lois
like
burst
billboards and stuff, or like,
yeah,
or like on the TV, or like
media.
When she looked in the mirror, she saw Allie. Like, what was she saying?
I'm thinking media. But so then Lois burst in to tell Allie that she's in danger, and then Superman also comes to back her on it, and they just hear Superman feels Bizarro coming, and he takes off with him.
Yeah, he just plows through the fucking walls, and they yeah. And in my head, I'm like, you could have just let Bizarro kill her and then dealt with Bizarro after that. Like,
yeah, say
another one of those things. Like, look, the world's a better place without her.
You could have done two birds with one stone had you just let him do what he came there to do.
I just let him kill her, and then you didn't kill her, so it's fine. And she doesn't exist anymore, and Lucy's okay now.
Right? And then, so they're fighting.
Like, even if Lucy still hates you, like, at least she hates you when she's alive.
Right? And there's no one else to, like, kind of sway her to go any different.
Yeah.
So then while they're fighting, Superman realizes he has the opposite of Bizarro. Like, Bizarro has fire breath and ice eyes to counter Superman's ice breath and laser eyes.
Yeah.
So he uses some amber kryptonite to beat Bizarro the fuck up.
Yeah. And it's one of those, like, yeah, you're the opposite of me. Like, yeah. Didn't you, I guess it wouldn't be exactly the same, but it was like, didn't you like talk to your cousin about this? Because she definitely fought a Bizarro version of herself as well. So I mean, I believe that was like way back season 1 or 2, but she still did it. Like it was still a thing.
I think 2.
Yeah.
But yeah. So now we have the Kinsey going on at the house.
No, before that, we got John and Jordan. They spar. And
after Jonathan takes his little super inhaler.
Yeah, it takes a little puff of the yellow stuff. And he supercharges himself, and he definitely wins that sparring match. And yeah, like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Is this really what you're doing right now? Like, come on.
And it changes his whole attitude. I'd be like, this is what steroids do to you guys.
Yeah, fucking teenagers, man.
But yeah, so eventually it's the Kinsey.
Mayor's there because he's
Mayor Dean showed up. Clark gets back and he gets super ready and he asks Lois about why Allie and Chrissy were together. But then he mentions that, Bizarro's at the fortress with his mother to see what she can find out about him while he's sleeping off his little beatdown. We're back to the kiddos, and Jordan wants to know why Jonathan is acting like an asshat.
Because John's a dick.
Drugs are bad, kids. Kyle has Tanya.
Say it right.
You said.
Yeah.
Sees is ambushed by Tanya, the lady from the bar, and she tells him about how she confided in one of her friends, and she thinks
she said her girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm assuming that was meant like one of her friends.
Because the way she was describing it was just like, I needed her, blah, blah, blah. Like there was a relationship kind of thing. That's what it sounded like to me. Because she was with him while he was with his wife, and they were, yeah. I don't know. I may have interpreted it wrong.
Both are very plausible, so I won't even banter about it.
Yeah.
My back wants me to get out of this. So essentially she confided in her about Kyle, and she thinks that she may have sold the story to the Dean campaign about them. And I was saying this whole episode that every time the Cortez/Cushing family, because now their last name is Cortez again, because apparently, what's his name?
Yeah.
Grandfather felt like he couldn't get a job with his actual last name. So they've changed it back to the original name.
Right, because he was the last of the Mohicans.
So
that's a South Park joke, by the way. That wasn't
I got that.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, I was saying this whole episode, it's too happy for y'all.
I'm sorry. I gotta watch that episode after this now. Like it was so good.
Let me know what episode that is.
It's called The Last of the Mohicans.
Oh, okay. So shit, I keep losing my thought. Oh, that they were having two happy moments. It was too much happy for one family, that too much shit has gone down with to be this happy, and nothing. I was like, something bad is gonna happen.
Oh yeah, because here's the thing: it's just like, yo, like, let me just a word for everybody out there, man, woman, whoever, whatever the fuck. Stop with the side pieces. It only leads to ruin. There's no good way for it to end. They always show up where they're not supposed to be. They always do, because these motherfuckers can't stay in their fucking lane. So don't do it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. And also, those of you who volunteer to be side pieces, do better. Do better. Especially those of you who were just like, oh, he said he was going to leave his wife. She said she was going to leave her husband. Stop it, you dumbasses. It's not going to happen. If y'all still believe this shit, you're a damn fool.
You know how much divorce costs? Too much. It ain't worth it.
There's a whole song about it. It's cheaper to keep her. I mean, it's true.
No, I know. But so when Tanya approached Kyle, I was like, there it is. There's that shoe drop.
Mm-hmm.
It's fallen.
The Last of the Mohicans is season 15, episode 9.
Text that to me.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna forget. But overall with that, Sarah and Jordan are, walking around the premises or chilling outside. And she tells Jordan to keeping an eye out for his brother, Jonathan, because she was like, maybe he's depressed, because we also are reminded that Sarah don't know about them. So while the whole Kyle and Tanya thing are going on, Sarah and Jordan over here and
making out on the porch though, and then
all of a sudden they're within the cars.
Yeah, they just moved to between the cars somehow. I don't know when they got there or why they were there, because they were just making out on the porch. So
when Kyle went to go talk with Tanya, and then Sarah and Jordan were outside, I was like, they're gonna somehow figure this out. That's gonna be the big reveal.
The way that it happened though just felt odd to me, because it's just like,
the placement of them was just like, what?
How did you get there? How or why would you be there? That doesn't make any sense. Like, how did you end up behind the house? Like, the path from the barn to the house does not lead behind the house. So like, it's just
to the parking lot. Like, I don't understand how y'all were there.
Yeah.
But however, Kyle notices
that they made a mistake of doing those wide shots where they show the whole property. That's the problem. If they hadn't shown us how it was all laid out, we'd have been fine. We're like, oh, we can do this though. We got drone cameras now. We can do the thing. We sweep around the whole thing and show them all. That would be cool. But now I know how this is all laid out, and I know there's absolutely no reason why Jordan and Sarah should have been anywhere near them.
Right. So, Lois talks to Chrissy, and Lois apologizes for how she, I guess, conducted herself. And Chrissy tells her, like, cool, now that you apologized, let's talk about how crazy this bitch Allie is, because everything she said was true, but bitch, like that bitch is scary.
This is some scary shit. Like,
right.
You need to shut this down.
She was like, Lucy, your sister was right, but that shit is wild.
That's some other shit. Like, this is some other shit, and this other shit should not be happening. So we need to do something about this other shit. Like,
and she's like, I'm scared. She was scared of Chrissy because Chrissy has pretty much taken over in the other world.
Allie.
Yes.
Yeah, you said Chrissy.
Chrissy is scared because Allie, has taken over everything in the other world.
Yes, you said Chrissy is taking over. That's why I was you kind of got confused there. That's all. It's cool.
Yeah. Father-daughter dance. Sarah is visibly upset. And I was she was.
You think?
I mean, to everyone else, she is visibly upset. And I was just like, yeah, she about to drop this here. Is you breaking shit?
No, finish what you're saying. Keep going.
And she's about to, and she stops dancing and she's like, I heard you. How could you do that? And she leaves. And I was like, see, here comes the tragedy. Mm-hmm. They go outside and Lana comes out and Sarah says that she saw him, and you find out Lana knows about Tanya.
Yeah. So what does she know? Yeah, exactly. What exactly does she know though? We know she knows something, but how much does she know?
And then Lana's politicking self comes out and she starts doing damage control for Sarah.
Like Sarah, like, nope, we're going to go out there. We're going to focus. We're going to get through this. Like, no, we're not going to lie. No. We're going to power through it. We're not lying. We're going to power through this shit because we strong and shit. And we're going to deal with this after. But right now, we can't do this. We got to do it afterwards. Let's get through this because, you can't let them see you sweat.
And it's like, damn, Kyle, you fucking everything up.
Yeah.
You can't keep your dick in your pants.
Here's the thing, though. We don't know for sure that he fucked her.
For as long as it seemed like that shit was going on for and he didn't fuck, she better not be acting this fucking crazy.
It might have just been what people call emotional cheating.
I'm sorry. If I don't fuck first, there's no reason. I don't know what I don't know why I'm leaving yet.
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying we don't know that he did.
I'm just saying that'd be fucking crazy. What have you been like? Well, obviously you just said it. I'd just be like, what would you be doing for that length of time? Whatever. So we're back to Kyle's a piece of shit. So
yeah, and then we got John and Jordan talking. They get some back and forth going, and John's eyes light up, and Jordan like, "You got your powers? Oh shit! Oh,
I was
we gotta go tell mom and dad. Let's go. You got your powers." Like
I was like,
no.
I was like, this is gonna be awkward when he has to tell y'all he's been doing drugs instead.
Yeah, that's I didn't get powers. That's yellow kryptonite, bro. Like,
but so, but throughout this, Bizarro is awake at the fortress, and Mama L calls Clark back. Bizarro says he's there to save his world, and I guess theirs.
From Allie. Yeah.
Because Allie's going to destroy everything.
Yeah. Because Allie sucks. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's Superman and Lois.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that brings us to Batwoman.
Wee.
What's the name of this week's episode of Batwoman, Mara?
We're all mad here.
We certainly are. So this episode kicks off with Alice just whooping some ass and just killing some fools and
on a spree.
Yeah, she gets her hands on the joy buzzer and used it on herself. It works. She feels like Beth again. There's a court hearing. Her case gets dismissed. She's released. Ryan's not happy about it. Beth goes. She goes to Beth's grave. She's like, I'm just, I'm glad it can be me, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. But then Ocean shows up and he's talking all kind of shit, but then he dies.
And right I was just like, wait a second.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of shit. I'm like, wait, what? Ocean? What? Huh? That was when I kind of raised an eyebrow at that point. But then he dies.
Like, yeah, I had to remind myself, he's dead, right?
Is he dead?
I'm 99% sure he's dead.
I'm just saying, like, is he dead though? Like we know he's dead, but like, is he dead? Like,
I don't know.
Like, he's dead. We saw him die. We know he's dead. Like, this thing. But is he dead though?
No. He will live on with us forever.
But yeah. Turns out it was all a dream, and she's still in the train car, and she's freaking out, and yeah.
Losing her shit.
Yeah, all her shit. So then we got Jada. She shows up at Ryan's place. Sophie's the only one there, though. She's half naked. She's in the bra and panties. There was a thing where Ryan, as Batwoman, was interrogating some dude.
One of Marcus's lawyers, his number 2.
Okay. But yeah. Alice goes to Mary. Yeah, she goes to Mary for help. And doesn't go well because Mary blames her for the fact that she killed a guy.
Yeah. For not stopping her.
Yeah. Like, my sister would have stopped me. You used me. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, bro, you killed a guy. Like, I need you to just like come to grips with the fact that you killed a guy.
Like, it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but like, it's happened. Let it be.
Yeah. And the thing was, like, if you remember Alice's reaction to the fact that Mary killed her, she was like, "Oh shit!" Like,
Yikes.
she was clearly not okay with the fact that Mary killed him because one, that's not Mary, and two, she's just like, this is like, I don't want you to be this way either. Like, it's not why I'm your friend.
Right. That's not why we're here.
Like, I want you to let loose and just really be you, but that don't mean you got to kill niggas. Like,
this ain't it, sis.
Like, dog, you ain't gotta do the Kevin Hart, like, real talk. I kill niggas. I slay niggas that don't love. You ain't gotta be him. That ain't what you gotta do. So, back to the house or apartment there, Ryan, with Jada and Sophie.
They're trying to track Marcus and find a new way to get the buzzer.
Not Marquise.
Is that what I said earlier?
You almost said Marquise just now. You caught yourself. But anyway, yeah, so they find out that, like, I guess he's meeting with Barbara Keene, which we know is Commissioner Gordon's ex-wife. So, yeah.
Yes.
It was one of those things when I heard that name, I'm like, ooh, Barbara. And I'm like, I wonder, like, if I probably wouldn't have known that name had I not watched that show that made me so angry that I was watching out of spite.
Gotham.
Yeah.
Did they ever
what?
Did she come up in that?
Yeah, she was in the whole thing.
Yeah,
she was his wife the whole time. They split during that show.
Oh, right. Because she became crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember
different Barbara Keene than was that they're presenting here, because
the one in season 1, like, I was like watching this unfold and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but this one here on this show, she seemed much more helpless than the Barbara Keene on Gotham.
Say normal.
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, she seemed more helpless than Barbara Keene of Gotham would have been in this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's apparently part of the Black Love Society. So yeah. Then Mary goes to see the family of the guy she killed like a dumbass. And yes, I put that in my notes. I put it in my notes like a dumbass.
I put Mary. Why?
So yeah.
Like, why are you out here trying? Like, she out here trying to make herself feel bad or further worse about it. It's like, sis, we get it. You're remorseful about it. Let it be.
Yeah. So then Alice goes to the toy maker lady to get the, for the joy buzzer, make another joy buzzer, and they arguing back and forth. And then Marcus just kills the toy maker lady. Like, he just, fuck you. And
I was like, damn.
That was really uncalled for, dude. Like, you really.
I'm sure she had I'm sure she had other uses.
Even if she didn't, like, you didn't have to kill her. Like, it's just really what, like, there was really no benefit to killing her at all. Like, none. But he did it, so whatever. One less
person to have to pay, even though he probably wasn't going to pay.
I'm pretty sure he wasn't paying her. And now Marcus has a joy buzzer, and he does a thing with some Joker gas, and they just giggling and shit. So yeah, it turns into this whole thing. He has a bunch of members of the Black Love Society. He's just gonna kill them all because he's fucking crazy.
He kidnaps them all and da-da-da.
Yeah, so he starts with Barbara Keene, and he does this thing with a bunch of the drugs that she was giving her son. Like, he just dosed them all into a gas and gave them all to her at the same time. And I'm like, yep, she's dead. I definitely thought she was dead.
Bro, I said, how?
Yeah, like, she was like foaming at the mouth. Like,
foaming
she died
at the mouth
for a extended period of time. This was not short. Like,
because he also went through like beating up and torturing the others.
All while the gas mask was still on her face, getting pumped full of that shit. Like, she how is she not dead? Like, I don't know. But anyway.
Alice is seeing mouth.
Oh, yeah, that's happening. But yeah, Mary's meeting with that family, and they think Alice did it because apparently somebody, Alice, called in and admitted that she did it. So yeah, well, said that she did it. Yeah, because she knew Mary couldn't handle it. Yeah, she knew Mary did some stupid shit. Like, it's just,
God. She's like, that damn conscience of hers is gonna get her into trouble, and I actually care, and I have to pretend I don't care.
Yeah, and the thing is, if I just say I killed him, who's gonna really care? Because I kill everybody. So like,
exactly,
like as many people as I've already killed, what's really one more murder tagged on me? It's not.
And she knew all the facts, so it made sense.
Yeah. So then Sophie feels a way about Ryan hiding their relationship from Luke, because like Luke was like, "Weren't you wearing that yesterday?" And Ryan quickly covered it up because Sophie was wearing the same jacket she was wearing yesterday.
I didn't realize wearing the same jacket signified anything. Now, if it was the entire same outfit.
Yeah. I think she was wearing the whole same outfit, but I think the jacket was what tipped him off.
How many jackets that bitch got that he noticed?
So Marcus almost used the joy buzzer on Jada because they get into it, but Alice stops him. Because she still wants that joy buzzer. Like, it's just...
He was dragging it. He was like, "I'm first gonna joy buzz you, then I'm gonna freeze you so you can think about it."
Yeah, I'm gonna drive you nuts with this joy buzzer, and then I'm going to put you on ice like you tried to do to me, so you can just live with this forever.
Like, what?
Yeah. He's fucking nuts. So
true. So, so Alice body slams him to get the buzzer, and Marcus tells the story of how the Joker used the buzzer on him and then took a joyride on the bus, and that his bus was the bus that ran into Beth, Kate, and their mom's car and drove it off the bridge. And he's like, "We were both born that day."
Yep. Like,
it's meant to be for us.
But it's one of those things like, yeah, Beth really wasn't born that day, though. She was born in that fucking kidnapping time. Like,
yeah, it's like, yeah, you might have put her in that situation, but you definitely didn't alive her that day.
Yeah, it wasn't that day that it happened. That took time. Like, it wasn't like an immediate thing like it was with you. The joy buzzer did that immediately to you.
Homeboy had to really break her down.
Yeah, that was years of, torment and torture.
They not coming for you. Yeah. They don't care. Yeah. But yeah, so I don't think I really caught how Alice got away with the buzzer. But Sophie then runs into Alice.
I mean, she basically just took the shit because she had took him down. So she was like, it was on the ground. She picked it up and took off.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
And then Batwing and Sophie get it back from her.
And we get an Alice versus Sophie fight. And it seemed like Alice is going to win, but then Batwing steps in with his batarang from afar. But yeah. And this is when we find out that Barbara Keene is alive. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I was like, how lucky for her.
Yeah.
Marcus and Ryan fighting or whatevering. He shoots at her and tries to freeze her too. And Jada tells him to stop and she shoots at his hand. And did you see the way he just backed off from this shit? Like a wounded puppy, like, oh, mom.
Yeah. Because that's the first time she actually did him any harm. Like, and she really didn't even do any harm to him. She shot at him, but she didn't really shoot him. Because apparently apparently she's also an expert marksman. So
I want to say that too. Like, that just made sense. Just add that to her repertoire.
Yeah. She's also an expert marksman with a pistol. Because what? Okay, sure.
We find out Jada's not a full piece of shit.
Yeah. So then we got some Sophie and Ryan time.
They have the talk.
Yeah. Then Mary and Luke show up, and Mary figures out their thing, and she's just like over the moon happy. Like she's so fucking happy.
Because she's probably like, finally.
Yeah. And Luke just wasn't really getting it at first. And he's like, oh.
He was like, oh shit, I'm late.
Oh, really? Yeah, this was like right under my nose the whole time. Yeah.
Dummy.
Social cues, bro. He ain't got them though. Let's see. So then we got Alice in Arkham. She's still seeing Ocean and Mouse.
As they terrorize her.
Yeah. Mary shows up and she's just like, thank you for everything. And Alice is just like, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It turns out that Alice told Marcus about the Batcave and how to get into it. And I'm just like, God.
God damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm not sure what happened there, how that stopped, but what I'm saying is Alice told Marcus where to find the fucking Batcave and shit.
How to get into it.
Yeah. But yeah, we're just like, Alice, you suck. But yeah. That was Batwoman though. He doesn't. So Marcus is in the Batcave, and he got so many Bat gadgets in there.
They gave him like a toy house.
Yeah. That was Batwoman.
That was all of them.
Mara, who's winning this week?
I can't really argue that Marcus is not.
I'm about to say. Marcus, he seriously got some.
He got the ultimate flex.
Yeah, like he leveled up, very much leveled up,
very quickly.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking about the other shows. Is anybody? No, he got access to the whole Bat arsenal minus the Batmobile.
Oh, I guess I'm happy they don't have that.
Yeah. Who's losing?
Could argue Alice.
You could.
I could say Alan because he's still dead.
But he was already dead, so it's just
yeah,
he lost a long time ago.
Man, I'm trying to think. Dr. Faulkner died very horribly.
Yeah, Dr. Fuckers.
But I'm also unclear as to if she was actually good or not. So I'm not really sure.
She definitely knocked John the fuck out when he was in there trying to figure shit out. John Henry Irons, remember?
Oh yeah. See, yeah, inherently bad.
Yeah.
What was the other show? Naomi. That whole show is losing, but I'm gonna go with Alice.
You go with Alice? I say Kyle.
Right. Kyle's losing, but Kyle's only losing because he put himself in that position.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's his own fault that he's losing, but he's still losing.
This is true.
That actually makes his losing even worse.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Alice's losing is kind of helpless. So because it's like, not only is she in Arkham, but she's like losing her mind.
Yeah.
So
makes sense. So yeah, you say Alice, I say Cam. But yeah. Okay. Well,
that was this week.
Yeah, I guess that'll be it for this week's episode of Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow. Do not forget, you can find us on both Twitter and Instagram at The Creation World. That is at TheCreatia World. World. Do you know how to spell world? I hope so. If not, better get a damn dictionary and figure it out because I'm not telling you.
Google is free.
It is. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. Then there's also a group on Facebook for this particular podcast where the discussion continues all week. Mara, what's that Facebook group?
Facebook.com/group/Super Flashy Arrow of Tomorrow.
And also don't forget to check out the creationworld.com. Go there. We can get access to everything. Just know where everything's at. It's where it all lives and breathes. subscribe to the Patreon. Patreon.com/creation world. We get a bunch of extra stuff like our companion show, Multiverse. Where we watching, different DC properties and animated shows and all that, which, we have a good time with. Next one we're going to do is Justice League Doom. Be good fun.
Yeah.
Also, if you're a wrestling fan, don't forget to check out Smacking It Raw every week. The Pornhub Poppy Vince Delgado and the Warden Matt Ritter take that show to new heights every week. I'm really proud of them. It's great shit. They also have a Facebook group for that particular podcast, facebook.com/group/Smacking It Raw.
No G
and Smacking, right? Also, you can follow me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORD_CUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
On Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark. That's MARADASHARK. That's it.
I believe that's everything that we're supposed to say. I think that'll be it. That's the end. Catch y'all next week.
Good night.
Until then, we out.
Good night.